Change of plans. Today's video was supposed to be a read like Jess Mariano from Gilmore Girls. I was supposed to tell you all about the angsty novels that were out of my comfort zone and how I think Jess is the real literary genius on that show. But I was in a reading slump, which had me thinking, wait, let's back up. What even is a reading slump? I consider a reading slump to be a time when no book sounds good. You'd rather be doing anything else but reading. What it looks like for me is a lot more time online and a lot less time spent in books. Sound familiar? If you've been on BookTube for a minute, you know about this. I myself have created content on how to get out of a reading slump because, like many of you, I've been here before. While I was contemplating this turn of events, I tried to figure out when the term reading slump originated, but results were inconclusive. I, however, have a theory. You see, we have turned reading into a numbers game. Setting goals for how many books we read each year, creating TBRs with hundreds of books, or buying dozens of books at a time that then get dusty on our shelves until they are eventually donated. The books we read just blending together, each a slightly different version than the next. I am guilty of all of these things. Do you know what happens at the end of all of this? A reading slump. And what do? Go out, get more books, add more to the TBR to get ourselves out of this slump to read 9 books in a month, to then end up right back here. Something is not right. This is not what the reading life should be. We are accepting the publishing of subpar novels because they're easy to read, and reading 100 books in a year makes you sound better than reading 5. But what if out of the 100 books you read, only 10 were great, and out of the 5 your friend read, they were all fantastic? Who really had a better reading year? Are you getting what I'm saying? We are missing the point. We have turned to quantity over quality, and after reading so many books with lame ideas, your brain is saying that's enough. If you don't fill me with something worth remembering, then I'd rather have nothing. What's the solution? I have no freaking clue. Here's what I'm doing. Number 1, I'm abandoning my reading challenge. No more tracking the books I've read, watching that little bar go up, and looking at each book like a number. I deleted Goodreads off my phone. I'm leaving it alone for the rest of the year. I'm going to stop picking up books just because they're available and quick reads. I'm giving myself time to read books. If it takes me a week, fine. A month, fine. So be it. I'm going to read different things. I realized this year I read many of the same books, and while there's something to be said about book taste, there's also something to be said about overkill. Will it work? There's only one way to find out.